You can keep saying words to us whenever this happens, Adam.
It's good. We're live now.
I know.
Welcome,
I
Wayne.
just saw us. Anyway,
You
welcome
just say
everybody.
201. Those are the rules.
You just gotta,
Welcome,
you gotta anticipate dragon bait.
It goes 5, 4, 3.
Silent 2, silent 1, and a go.
Yeah, but you're supposed to do
You do the
that
ZZ
thing.
Top.
Yeah, but you don't do that, Adam. So I get very confused on both this show, and That's Pretty Crafty. Also, it's very bad for That's Pretty Crafty because I can't see you. Anyway,
We've
welcome.
gained a viewer while we've been
I'm just gonna go take a nap while they're
I'm
fighting.
so sorry. No.
We lost the viewer.
Welcome
Conflict is good
everybody.
for cash.
Welcome everybody to Roll for Weird, where we play Monster of the Week. And last time, anybody want to tell us what happened last time?
Nah.
Real quick, I'm not gonna explain what happened last time. I will say my notes. It's 3
Okay.
words.
Oh
God, yes.
So real quick, I will say my
Let's hear
notes. It's 3 words, exactly 3 words, no more, no less, and it is "We Backstreet Boys."
That's good.
We Backstreet Boys. That's my notes for last week. So if anyone else wants to fill in the gaps,
I also have notes. There are more than 3 words, and oddly enough, they feature 100% of the notes Adam had verbatim as my last line. So I have, we exit church, we go to IHOP, but DB won't let us order food. We read journal entries. We make a plan to kidnap Daniel and Delilah and send them to Silas's secret oubliette, sorry. But then oubliette. I like
No, leave my
combined it with
oubliette alone.
omelet. An oubliette. But then we break into a warehouse through a fire escape and find a comatose Kenny with a symbol scar on his chest. He is then teleported to Silas's oubliette, and then literally we Backstreet Boys. And that is the end of my notes. So
We
like
also
the whole
support.
part, I remember us going to a warehouse and stuff, but that's not in here. So it's like my intentions were good at the start, and I forgot about it till the end.
The way.
Anyone else want to add to the
We
lore?
returned
The
to
warehouse is where the church is.
Kenny's warehouse home, which has recently been turned in. I'll do this in character because I probably should practice the voice. It's been a while. We returned to the church, which was Kenny's former abode, in order to kidnap. Well, yes,
Rescue.
kidnap.
Rescue.
No, kidnap. We went there to kidnap the preacher and his wife. What happened was we came upon an unconscious, seemingly comatose Kenny and saw he was in a particularly bad way and decided we must rescue Kenny. So we put him in the oubliette and Latheth came back. While we were all just gathered there, Backstreet Boysing around and painting BSB and such things on the walls, Delilah, was that her name? Yes. She walked into the room, rather compromising our position somewhat. Fortunately, we had come prepared to abduct an unwilling person, and Filbert had a tranquilizer gun.
oh yeah,
After some considerable prompting, he shot her in the neck. We decided after that another teleport would be too chancy. So I think we sort of draped her in a cloth or a blanket or something and bundled her into the Forester, where we vouchsafed to return to my house and find out what information we could from Kenny and Delilah.
and also to do some research in the magical library
Yes, that too.
because of the symbols carved into Kenny's chest, and we also
That's
saw
absolutely correct.
on Delilah.
one
Uh,
thing.
I was keen to perform another armed robbery, perhaps, just to firmly, more firmly sell the illusion that the Backstreet Boys had gone on a criminal rampage throughout Kentucky.
I wanted to touch base real quick on, did we nail down for anybody who missed the episode or for anybody that needs a recap, why were the Backstreet Boys?
You guys didn't want them
Want
to
to-
know it was you.
No.
Yes, well, we need
No.
to disguise it.
And
It
then,
was Silas.
and no. Silas asked the chat who you guys should be. And then Danny was like, hey, Backstreet Boys. And it went off the rails, and I remember dying a little bit.
But
There were rails.
Well,
in canon, Silence really wanted to pin some shit on the Backstreet Boys, though.
yeah, he doesn't want their career coming back. I don't know why.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think, if anything, this would enhance their reputation.
It'll do something.
Those bad street boys.
So
Back Street Boys.
No, bad, negative.
Not when we're done with them.
Jeez.
Not when you're done with them.
One day you guys are gonna have to run into them.
Well, simply.
Oh my God! Yes, please.
No, well, I wanted.
It'll
that
be like
way.
a Scooby Doo episode.
I mean, I do still have in my notes.
We
who
get
is
the
who,
Harlem
so-
Globetrotters too.
Oh, I'm so glad. Who is who, Danny?
Adam, let's see. Yeah, Filbert is Kevin.
Okay.
Laseth is Howie. Silas is Nick. Shadow is AJ, and Misty is Brian. I'm not sure which of those each of them are, but
I can
we got
tell
the names,
you
so we can
from
Google it.
left to right, looking at it, it's AJ, Brian, Kevin, Nick, Howie.
Brian's the one with the impressive mandible, I recall.
Brian
Yes,
is the
as a
one
lantern
that
jaw.
looks stupid dumb in that picture.
Mandibles?
He's got like a lantern
this is a
jaw.
mandible.
Oh, what are these pinchers?
Those are also mandibles.
Those are
but
mandibles too.
we
Okay,
Oh,
have them in a different.
but cooler
They're mounted
mandibles.
sideways.
guys, we've got to get on with the story, okay?
I have another appointment after
I
this,
know,
guys.
and I would like to finish this one tonight.
It's only
Anyway.
been 25
Oh, it's
minutes.
not
though.
happening.
Oh God, it has.
Well, to
Anyway.
be fair, not all of that has been streaming.
No. So you all are in the Forester. You were about to drive away. You hear a commotion coming from the church and lights coming on. But I'm assuming that you're driving away because you have a woman in your car.
Oh yeah, no. As soon as I see lights go on, it's like everyone hold on to something and just
Okay.
floor it.
All right, you floor it as the church doors like fling open and you see this black mass come out. Through
I see this. What?
What?
I know something. I know a thing or two about black masses.
I'm sorry. You don't get to gloss over that. Nani? Nani the
I'm so
fuck?
sorry, I can't. You see in your rear view mirror, Misty, you see a black mass come out as you drive away.
Generals gathered in their masses.
So I will point that out if other people aren't looking and be like, I mean, we expected weird, but that's fairy.
I suggest we worry about that later. Let's go. Go.
Obviously, paying attention to the road. Thanks, Granddad. I got this.
Sound the
No.
klaxon. Make
Oh.
way.
Where is Delilah right now?
In the trunk.
Oh, okay.
Yes, behind the dog grate.
With me.
Are you in the trunk too?
Well, I rode there in the trunk.
Oh,
Silas.
oh,
Why did you ride there in the trunk? There's seats enough for everyone.
Because
Because Silas called shotgun and then cranked the seat all the fucking way back.
Yeah,
And
but then
Lisa
you,
said, "I'll just get in the trunk."
but you grabbed the shotgun on the way back.
Well, too late now. Canonically, she's in the back.
It was
We
easy
said it in
enough
the
for me to
recap.
get into the trunk with her. So
okay.
All right.
Let's
Get in the back.
So you guys quickly get to Silas's place. Delilah's still not moving when you open the trunk. Wrapped in a rug, I believe, is what you guys told me.
Or a blanket. I don't remember.
I don't.
I think it
either.
was. I did say rug initially.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that sounds like a Silas thing to
So
do.
you.
Wrap her in a Persian rug and bundle her into the back.
This is a nice rug.
It's very soft. She'll be fine.
you take her into Silas's
I do enjoy a
house.
deep shag pile.
You needed something to put under the foosball table.
I love you guys.
Pray continue.
So you get back to the
How?
house.
How exactly?
You get back to the house. You take the body in. Well, you take Delilah. She's not dead. She's
Yet.
depends on what you guys
Yet.
do to her. And you're in the safety of Silas's home, where it's just you guys, this girl, and Kenny is in the oubliette.
Well, shall we retrieve Kenny from the oubliette since we're all here now?
Or should we bring Delilah into the oubliette? Wait, or can it only hold one person? I forget.
No, we can stash people in there. It's just a question of whether or not they need medical attention.
We were concerned about, I guess, maybe Daniel being able to track them down.
Yes.
So maybe we should get can we all? How big is this? So I've never been in it before, so I don't know. How big is this oubliette?
Yeah, exactly
It's-
how many people you got in there?
Just at the moment, just Kenny.
Okay, and how many does it fit comfortably?
There is no conceivable upper limit. It is a kind of like a.
I have
It's kind of like a black hole, really.
I have a clarification question for you, Silas. The oubliette, is it a separate dimension kind of thing?
I don't know. It never really sort of states in the rules
That's why I'm asking
or
you.
quantifies it. I think yes. It just sort of says that nothing can be. It can't be detected magically or whatever, and stuff can't get in unless I allow it. So
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like a little pocket dimension.
Okay. That might hinder Lyseth a little bit.
Oh fuck.
Well, I think there was a reason why that might have been the case before, because it was dicey for her to teleport in and out of it.
Yes. So I imagined whenever she got to your house, she just like threw his body in there.
Yeah, because you teleported into the hall,
That's
not
what I
into
did.
the
I
oubliette.
teleported
Yes,
to the hall.
that was
That's
it.
right, because I couldn't. Yep.
Yeah.
It's not that you
Yeah.
can't, it's that you've been
I've been told
Warned.
not to.
yes. So yeah, so you guys are you all going into the oubliette or what's going on?
Yeah, if we all fit.
Well, I can't.
I'm
Not if you would like me to continue participating.
fair. I am not very good at medical things. So if they need medical attention, I'm not going to be much use. It might be a better use of my time to go start poking through your library, Granddad.
Yes, I suppose. Yes, that we should do that. We could probably split the party somewhat. Whoever's inside the oubliette will be perfectly safe.
I do not like that pause before perfectly safe.
Well, I mean, the thing is I have to let you in and out. So,
Right?
how about I just leave the door open? We'll prop it open with the umbrella stand here. It's just the cupboard under these stairs, and the door. Silas walks over into the hallway, and the door opens with an ominous creak, and what just looks like it contains coats hanging on the back of the door or whatever. It just opens up into this black space, shadowy space, and you can see Kenny just laying on the floor at the. I guess just slightly over the threshold, enough that Lyseth could just shove him in.
No, she totally just like chucked him. He's probably all the way in the back.
Well, the back is conceivably, without limit away, so I would hope he was rather close. As long as the door's closed, he won't be detectable.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll
A little 60-watt bulb just comes and illuminates the dim area.
I think maybe if Misty is gonna be researching using your library, I think I could probably help out there too. If anybody else, maybe Shadow and Silas, if you two want to go into the Silas's dark room, and then us other three investigate out here.
I shall have to admit you to the library as well. It's not a conventional room, you see. Well, you
No,
don't. How could
no.
you? I'll have to show you.
So
you
you
just
want me to go in there alone?
No. I shall come back. But if why not? I'll just give you the tour.
Yeah, let's.
Kenny
while
will
we're
be
here-
quite safe in there for now.
They look.
Yeah.
Delilah was still pretty out. How? This
Well,
is a
just
keep-
unroll
keep-
the carpet into the oubliette there, and we'll come back to her too.
Keep it question. I think you're the one that gave me this drink. I think I rolled preparedness last time when you need
Yeah.
something
You
unusual
had two.
or rare.
You had 2 shots, I think.
And I had
Yeah,
two
you had
shots
one
on
gun,
it. Do I
two
what
shots.
would I know about how long they're gonna be out for if they get drinked by this?
You would know that it's probably like 3-ish hours, but you're thinking that maybe she may be something of
Oh, yeah,
supernatural,
sure.
so you're not sure actually
Yeah.
how long it will be for her.
Okay.
For humans, because I like to think that when Filbert was making these, he pricked himself one time and just fell over. and was
And checked his
asleep.
watch. Oh, 3 hours. Cool.
You know, I completely see that.
Yeah, that's how.
I
That's
think
how
I-
I feel like Filbert knows how things.
I think I have some adrenal glands in the fridge if we need them. Speed things up a little bit.
Yeah, I just want to make sure maybe if we don't know exactly what kind of powers Delilah has, so if we want to maybe keep an eye on her just in case.
Well,
it
until then,
doesn't-
we'll just shove her in the oubliette. She can't get out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, go ahead. But then we are gonna have to close the door. Isn't Kenny blocking it? We gotta kick him in there.
Well, I'll just step over the threshold and gently push Kenny into the recovery position and
Just close the door.
close the door. Yeah, I guess we'll close it on Delilah and Kenny in the oubliette with a 60-watt bulb and this vast, spreading, unknowable darkness.
Oh goodness.
All right, let's do this tour.
Okay, well, if you'll follow me
my
through to the library. This is, of course, is the conventional library. You've all been here before. This little alcove here. I direct your attention to this rather large and imposing grimoire, and there's a true to form. There's this enormous, leather-bound, ancient-looking tome. It looks kind of like these old like medieval like handwritten Bibles. Essentially, it's that kind of size, impressiveness. And Silas takes out a little iron key from his watch chain and unlocks it. It's like, now, before I open the book, we shall all come closer. We don't need to be gathered around. We all within the circle now, yes?
Silas,
Yes.
is this another pocket dimension?
No, this is more of an alteration of perception. I assure you, I assure you won't be breaking your covenant.
All right.
This
I'm
time.
trusting you. If I disappear, it is your fault.
It is a yes. I will
Alright.
take full responsibility for that. In that unlikely occurrence. Behold! And he throws open this book. A cloud of dust puffs up, and then you're all walking up a staircase, a stone staircase, and you can hear furious rainfall and a thunderstorm outside. Now, come on, it's just a little bit further. If you turn and look down the staircase, you can just see it spirals down and down and down and down and down forever.
Nice
Keep
smoke in
going.
here.
Yes, it's fine. There's wooden braziers on the walls, so it's quite smoky anyway throughout. But yeah, we just ascend this staircase. You periodically pass windows, and you can just can't see very much outside. It's just sort of this perpetual rain and thunderstorm. And after ascending the spiral staircase, come to a wooden door, which opens to what looks like a medieval monk's cell. There's ancient tomes on bookshelves and just piled up on the floor, and a wooden desk that's creaking under the weight of parchments and mystical tomes and various magical paraphernalia. Now, this is my arcane library. To leave, you simply just start descending the staircase, and much as you happened when you came in, you'll eventually just appear back in the library.
Do we need your help to get back out?
No. It's just the key that I have on my watch chain is what locks the book. But other than that, all you need to do is open it to enter and walk down the stairs to leave.
All right.
But here there are countless magical tomes. I'm sorry. The former occupant of this room was somewhat of a disordered man. I've tried to catalog things as best I can. But, despite being immortal, despite being extremely old and having lots of time on my hands being retired, I can't spare all the time in the world to categorize all these papers. But yes, feel free to peruse. I suppose I shall return to the dark room, as Philbert calls it.
Fun. Be careful.
Yes, that's will be fine. And yeah, with that, is that it? Stop it down the stairs again.
Walk over to the bookshelves. Just, I could live here, and start like looking through them.
I think Shadow would probably be trying to check out some of those books.
Okay.
At least the names of them, like looking at them and things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. So Grundy will have to tell you what the names of the books are, because I don't know.
Oh, I don't know that. I'm like looking for specific names, so I think he would just be checking them out, like, reading whatever he can see.
Would there be something that would catch Shadow's eye, though, Grundy? It's all about your dad.
Yeah. Shadow's dad. The unauthorized biography by Silas Lancaster. There's one particular piece of paper that catches your eye that it was more a series of suggestive words that leapt out at you, but upon perusing it, it's a deeply pornographic piece of poetry rather than anything of any arcane significance. But there is of course the classic work of vampire hunting, how to prepare your steaks. It's also a cookery book.
God damn it.
Does it say what, like, where the steaks come from? Like which?
Kobe.
Kobe. Okay. Well, I think Shadow just is interested and then very confused and then a little disturbed and then back to confused as it just also starts about like randomly talking about cooking meat also.
There's a pristine copy of the Necronomicon Ex Mortis.
So glad to know that.
Suggest you don't read that one aloud. Silas just pokes. Don't read the one that looks like a face aloud. That will cause some very bad things.
Don't read the one that is almost certainly bound in human skin. Sure, I will avoid.
Yeah, well, you can read it, just don't read it aloud. That's the important thing, because there'll be a horrible tree and other things that we really could do without in Kentucky.
Go deal with the prisoner, Granddad. It's fine.
I just thought I should warn you about that one in particular.
It's all fine.
Okay, so yeah, Silas goes downstairs. Is anybody going with Silas, or is he interrogating these two people alone?
I thought Shadow was going with him.
Yeah, I guess I'm going with him. I'd reluctantly walk away from the original writing of the Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest book known to mankind.
It's just there, yeah.
He just has it.
I mean, you know where the library is, you know how to get it. Okay. So we're gonna start with our two people going into to Silas's darkness.
You didn't have to put it like that. You know you didn't have to put it like that.
Anyway, so you guys open. Oh, I was like, where did that come from? Scrundu.
He's added in his own sound effects.
Yeah, that's fine.
You know,
Oh,
you can
editing
buy
easier.
there's stuff for that.
Yeah, that's lame. I can make it at home for free.
I think that was Shadow telling you that you could get some WD-40.
Yeah.
But I like the atmosphere, you know.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, if it bothers you that much, I'll go and get some grease. But frankly, I think we've got some rather more pressing issues to attend to.
I was just commenting. I mean, it is an oubliette. It's your oubliette.
Yeah, that's right. It is.
That's fine. You can take care of it or not take care of it as much as you want.
Silas just reaches onto a shelf next to the door and pulls out a tin of WD-40. Are you bloody happy now?
How long is that?
Oh, so bloody fiddly.
How long has that been there? The can's rusted to hell.
I think it's solidified on the inside. What?
You know, ironically, you could use WD-40 to fix that.
Well, this body of baby oil's fine. This bottle of baby oil's fine. I'll just use a bit of that.
Why is that in parentheses? Why is baby written in parentheses?
Well, it's from a juvenile creature.
Okay. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Shadow walks in.
Oh, no.
Ask and you shall receive. Vinny, are you all right, man?
Are you smacking?
Are you slapping me with?
No, I'm
WD-40
from
can?
the 1800s. This is just what we did back then.
Oh,
Wake up!
I'm fine. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I got confused. Sorry, Shadow.
Does this happen every time you walk in here?
What? I see an unconscious man.
No, that
Oh no!
I should be so lucky. No.
that you temporarily have dementia. I don't. You just like we're
been
not
a
here
while,
for a
maybe.
second. It's like you passed out standing up.
I had to compose myself somewhat.
Anyways,
I was just thinking how many things had to die to fill this bottle.
is Kenny out cold as well? Are they just both unconscious?
Kenny looks like he's stirring as you guys are talking. He also doesn't look like the human that you had seen. He looks a little more Nosferatu than he did before.
Yeah. What are we gonna do with him? Hey, Kenny,
What?
your fangs are showing.
Kenny, it's Silas. Pardon me. My rabbits are repeating on me.
Silas, are you still eating rabbits?
Well, yes.
Oh man, that's really bad for your diet.
Well, it is for a human.
Okay. What? Okay, wait. Where am I? Who's
You're
this
in my-
guy?
You're in my house. You're safe. This is Shadow. Say hello, Shadow.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Okay.
Do you remember very much about where you've been for the last few days?
I called you. I remember that.
Yes.
There's some fuzzy memories of me being in a church.
Yes, with her. Do you, Silas points down at the unconscious Delilah. That
So we
ringing any
normally hang
bells?
out?
Are you
Like Quasima-
kidnapping women again?
No. And that was a misunderstanding, as you well know.
Yeah, uh-huh.
This was not a misunderstanding. It was
Okay.
something in the way of A rescue by way of a kidnapping?
Do you still look like the Backstreet Boys? I have to clarify.
No. Drop that glamour.
Okay, good. Because this would have been
Oh.
weirder.
So weird.
Kenny,
I
it's
did
Nick
keep-
Carter
I-
from the Backstreet Boys.
I did keep AJ's hat, so I kind of look like Chris Angel right now.
Okay.
Are you ready for a mind freak?
Okay. Okay. Rescue, but now I'm in a dark place. with
Yes, you're safe in
guys.
here.
And an unconscious woman.
I'll do my best to fill you in on the blanks, but given that this all happened in a previous episode, it'll bore the audience if I go through it all in too much detail. Suffice to say, you've been altered superficially by some preacher or other who is, in fact, some kind of magical entity doing nefarious deeds.
Oh.
This lady is his. I don't know what their relationship is, but suffice to say, it seems like she has also been altered or tampered with by this person as well. However, as a side effect of being altered, you were brainwashed, and she has been too. So we thought it prudent to put you in a place where you couldn't come to any harm, and we've done the same with the young lady Delilah. Now that you're coming to your senses, of course, you'd be free to leave any time you like, Kenny. However, I suggest you stay close by where we can protect you.
Are you talking about Hawthorne?
Yes, Daniel.
Ah, okay. That explains a lot.
What were you doing in that church, Kenny? Tell us the
Well,
truth.
For one thing, I used to fucking live there.
He lived there.
Also, real sad that they turned my warehouse into a church.
Well, I can tell you it was it's not a very nice church.
Well, no, he's not a very nice guy.
What did he do to you, Kenny?
That particular man has been running that particular organization for a very long time. And they, put it easily, steal immortality for themselves.
Yes, I think, and we'd ascertained it was some sort of energy transfer.
Mm-hmm. He looks down and he's like, oh fuck. Yeah, that sucks. Not sure why I am me right now, if what you're saying is that I wasn't before. Probably this place.
I think it's probably due to you being in here, yes. You are
Yeah.
completely free from his influence, and he cannot detect you while
Yeah.
you're within the oubliette. Of course, you can't get out unless I allow you, but as you know, you're my oldest friend in America, Kenny. I assure you, I
You're
have
friends with
only...
me?
I have older friends, yes, from outside of
I'm
conventional space-time, Kenny, yes.
I'm kidding.
Um,
I'm kidding. I know.
Yes.
Yes, he is not a good guy.
No, we figured it. We had him figured as a rotter.
I hope he didn't see you, Silas.
Not me personally in this guise. However, I don't know the limits of his power and abilities to see through illusions. Mine were pretty good. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah. It all depends on what powers he was stealing at that.
Well, precisely. I mean, but certainly to conventional mortal eyes, it would have fooled anyone.
Yeah. Yes. He's looking around. He's like, why am I dressed like this?
And that's
Well,
how we
'cause-
found you.
Yeah, you were handing out pamphlets.
Yes.
He like shivers.
I handed one. I throw him the pamphlet.
I don't want it.
Would you like? I mean, I can get you some more clothes, but they would be some of mine. Do you like tweed?
No, I absolutely do not.
I think I have an opera cape you can wear.
What is this, Phantom of the Opera? What are you doing?
We got Backstreet Boys.
I'm
clothes
from
if you-
I was born in the 1880s. I've been around a while. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to wear those clothes. You
Yes,
can
but they-
move
they'll
on
come back
with
into
the
fashion.
centuries.
They'll come back into fashion, and they always
Only with
do.
the
It's all
goth kids.
cyclical. It's cyclical, Kenny. I've told you. Opera capes will come
Okay,
back.
we don't have time for this.
That's a t-shirt.
Don't engage. Just don't engage me.
Opera capes will come back.
I believe I told you to run, Silas.
Well, you know, an invitation to run is always sort of been a spur to action, really, for me. I've lived a long time, and it's been mostly very boring, so I'm quite content to stir the pot once in a while. But no, I was really more concerned about your safety, Kenny.
I get it, but I called you because he knows about you specifically, which means that anybody connected to you, your fucking granddaughter that I met not too long ago, are all in danger.
Yes, but the thing about that is, Kenny, is we'd still be in danger even if we ran. At least here we have resources we can use to perhaps tip the scales slightly more in our favor. This place, I am not without resource, as you know. Although we know this Daniel to be quite a powerful entity.
He's not an entity, Silas.
Well, what is he?
He's a very old man. He's learned magic to keep himself young. Magic that takes from people like you and me. Slowly, I would have died. Probably sooner than later.
I think elderly men still count as entities. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
Yes,
look. I know you look at them as food, but like they're
Oh.
people.
I didn't say they weren't people, and I don't usually eat elderly men.
You like them
Sorry,
young.
Silas.
Let's not touch that one.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you eat? You killing people in their prime?
I don't kill people.
Have you looked in the mirror lately?
Wow, judgy.
I'm just
Silas.
saying, you looked kind of normal a little bit ago. Now you look like
Yeah, that's because I'm
little fangy things and.
Yeah,
Well,
yes.
his powers, in essence, are returning in the absence of the diablerie of Daniel the Bastard.
I see that you're keeping interesting people in your life, Silas.
I tap my sword. This thing's silver. And I just look at him.
Are we?
It is, but
are we
that's-
getting into a fight? What is
No.
happening?
I don't know. Is this what happens to you, Silas, if you don't eat enough rabbits or whatever?
No.
Well, I've become a little bit annoyed with you for being rude. Yes, usually I get a little bit angry, but this.
Okay, it's not like I stabbed him or anything. I'm not being
Let's all-
rude.
Look, let's all just calm down. There's no need for this. We've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Shadows is a good boy, strong boy, and very, very powerful and learned in many things. He's just a little bit quick to judge. That's all, Kenny. I
that's-
beg your indulgence. He's a good fellow.
Okay. Well.
I kill things like you.
Don't we all? Haven't we all done a little
I've
bit
been
of
known to
cheeky
do the
murder?
same thing.
Yes.
Can't hear you, Tiana.
I was mouthing, that's why.
Okay. Sorry.
What's a little murder or two between friends? Come on.
We're gonna switch to the other group. Who's doing research as you threaten Kenny and the oubliette. What are you? So, roll me investigate a mystery. Oh my
Heck
gosh!
yeah.
Hey!
I realize
all
I
of
don't
us?
have any dice here, so I use my dice
you
roller
do.
online. I got a 9 though. So
Okay,
Google
you got a
dice
9.
rollers. That's investigate a mystery. I believe is in smarts. If I'm not
Sharp, yes.
Yes, cool. So that's actually been 11 right there.
No, it's not cool, it's sharp.
Yeah, sure. In my I'm not very cool. I am sharp though. Filbert is at least.
Goddamn right about that.
So Filbert got an 11 total.
Okay.
I got a 9.
I got a 9.
Okay. So, Filbert, you get to ask 2 questions. The other 2 get to ask 1.
Okay. Anybody know exactly what kind of question they're going to be going
what
for?
happened here, what sort of creature is it, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it going to do, what is being concealed here.
So my thought is that I want to go through the magic books and look for anything that has rituals specifically to do with immortals or longer lived creatures and energy transfer, because that's what we seem to be running into.
Yeah.
So I want to look for that and then try to do something like, what
sort of creature is it?
I mean, more what can disrupt this kind of ritual? So, like, I guess broadly, what can hurt it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, while you're in there, just to go through what the mystical library does, just to refresh everyone's memory.
Yes.
If you use the library's occult tomes and grimoires, preparing with your tomes and grimoires, take +1 forward with use magic. So if you prepare
Well,
using
fuck
the books
me.
in
Why
this
did
room,
I should have swapped with
take +1
Shadow.
forward.
Because
It's alright.
I will never use magic.
You wouldn't have threatened Kenny either.
Yeah, he wouldn't have at all.
No.
He'd
Yeah,
be
if shit
think very
got real in the oubliette, Lasath can't go in there, and Shadow and Silas are probably pretty well equipped to deal with it.
right.
True.
Right. That is 100% true. But it's also just really funny.
Shadow would have.
Yeah, that's just there's your in-universe justification for it.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to ask? You asked what can hurt it. Basically, trying to figure out how to break that kind of connection.
Yeah, because I don't know that the oubliette has cut it off, but player knowledge, I suspect that taking him back out of it will reintroduce the bond, the link.
Yeah. So you all managed to pull several books off the shelf, thinking that they will help you in figuring this out. You do find a ritual in your book, Misty, that talks about immortality transference, how like people can basically take on these creatures' abilities without gaining their curse, kind of like how vampires have their own thing. So it talks about how you do see the symbol that is in Kenny's and Delilah's chest. And it's saying that the way to break that is to basically break the connection between the two. Now that is usually done by death of one or both of the things that are connected. But as you keep looking, because you guys rolled well. There's also parts where it says that if the symbol can be like disrupted in the skin, but this is usually for things that are like painted on, not like burned on or carved into like it is for him. But you think that could help too, especially because Kenny is a vampire. You know he could heal that. So if it came down to it, you know you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem like you're gonna have to kill Daniel, and to do that, it's gonna be a little more tricky. Or there's also a thing where some people have said that maybe banishing the person that is doing the transference could break it as well. But there's not a lot of like actual text about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just because these books are like, it's a rare thing that people have come across, but it's just, there's not a lot of information. But you know that there are ways to break it now. You know there are ways to either kill Daniel, banish Daniel, disrupt the mark, could do it as well. But it's going to take the banishing you've banished ghosts before.
Right, but I've banished ghosts. Banishing people is a different kettle of fish.
Exactly. But you can guess that maybe you could find something in this library that could do that.
Okay.
Have you been reading this out loud?
Yeah, I think that as I'm finding information, I'm sharing it with the group that's up here, so that we all have the same information to work off of.
Lyseth looks at you and says, "Yes, you can find something in this library that can banish things."
Blink a couple times and then just like tilt my head at Lyseth. Ah, well, that's an idea.
Indeed.
Where would
you could do that?
If I'm lucky.
Where would you banish him to?
I don't know. I have no control over where it goes. Just that it is banished from my presence. It could end up elsewhere in this world. It could end up in another world. It could end up in Silas's oubliette.
Well, we would... If I'm reading this right, we're gonna need to remove it from this world. Put him into another plane of existence, maybe, or I don't know, drop him on Pluto for all I care.
I would say, Danny, that while your banishing thing is instant, you do know that as a what the hell is your character?
Divine.
Jesus. As a divine, you would know that you, depending on it, you'd have to take time, sit down, and actually like do a ritual. But you could focus it more on banishing someone to where you want.
Okay.
I don't want to limit you guys. That's crazy. So you guys still have 3 questions left. Adam, you have 2. Danny, you have 1.
Well, I know one thing that I definitely wanted to ask is, what sort of creature is it? As in Daniel and or Delilah, if they're the same.
So Delilah is not the same as Daniel because Delilah also has that mark on her that Kenny has.
Okay.
You're not sure what Delilah would be because you haven't seen her do anything that's like powers wise.
Mm-hmm.
But you're assuming that she would have something because of the mark, now that you know that Daniel is basically taking her essence and Kenny's.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel isn't a creature. He is a man that has learned dark magic, basically.
Okay.
And it's dark enough that even like people in the supernatural world of everything doesn't like this ritual because it steals from them what they've already had, what some of them have been born with. And it's very dangerous, not only for the person stealing the essence, but the creature that's the essence is being stolen. It will kill the creature eventually.
Okay. Danny, you wanna ask one, and then I'll ask my next one.
We saw a black mass coming out of the door.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ask, where did it go?
Ooh. So as you guys were driving away, you saw it kind of it started to follow you, and it didn't keep up. So as you like turned a corner, you saw it dart a different direction, and you thought that it went back to the church.
Okay.
Looking at the list of questions here, it seems like between myself, Misty, and Lyseth, we kind of covered. I mean, we kind of know what it can do. It steals powers from others, so what can it do? It can kind of do whatever it steals powers from. What can hurt it? Misty has looked into that.
That is a valid question though, because we
Yes.
know that it's stealing immortality, but we
Yes.
don't know if they get any of the other powers.
Yes, I meant to clarify that when you asked. It does. So because when he was connected to Kenny, he would have had the immortality, the strength, everything that vampires have.
Okay.
The only thing that he didn't get was like the Nosferatu crazy face. And he didn't get the fangs or anything because that's not it's essence and not just appearance. And the black mass looks like it could have been you've heard legends, I will say this. You've heard legends of like demons and things like that. That kind of looked like a shadow demon. None of you have ever seen one of these, but you've heard stories about how they move through the shadows and become these huge black mass. But it's hard to confirm that that's what it was. You would know that things that hurt vampires would probably hurt this creature unless it's also borrowing an essence where that thing doesn't hurt it. So there are things that would hurt it a little bit and things that might hurt it a lot.
For my last question, you let me know if this is something that I could find out from a book or how we can explain how I find it out from the
Okay.
book.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Where
here for.
did it go?
Danny asked that.
Oh, is that what Danny asked?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at the questions while Danny was asking
Yeah,
questions.
no, you're fine.
How about
Okay.
how about
What can hurt it?
well, I know Misty asked that. Misty, I think, was kind of more leaning towards
The ritual part of it.
yeah, maybe I can look more into what can actually, like, physically, if this came to a fight, what can hurt it.
It would be so because currently you know of the one person that he's connected to, and I will give you more whenever you don't know what she is yet.
Well, that's true. Oh, so that's true. But we do know that he's connected to at least two people.
Yes, yeah. What I meant to say is you know what type of creature he is connected to right
Sure.
now, or was, because
Was.
you guys still think he's connected. We're not.
Yeah.
Clear knowledge versus character knowledge.
Exactly.
So you would know that the way you would hurt a vampire would hurt him, hopefully.
Okay.
Now, you know he's connected to two, and you don't know what she is, so you're not sure what else might be able to hurt him. But, I mean, you guys will figure that out soon.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we
So-
got a lot from this.
So, Misty, you read that severing the connection on the skin could be a way of severing the connection, yes?
Yes.
Do you think healing the carving on the skin would be enough to sever that connection?
Well, I don't know. Can you heal scars? Because that's what they basically are at this point.
I don't know. Let me see the wording of this.
Because probably the best way to handle it, if it comes to that, would be basically like cutting out pieces of skin around the symbol, which is absolutely disgusting, but possible.
Yeah, I can heal injury and disease. And I don't know, does a scar count as an injury or is it just the remnants thereof?
I think it's the remnants, would be my guess.
Well, on the bright side, should we decide to slice off their skin, I could heal that. And shush.
Lisa, I love you.
But I could heal that and only risk taking the physical injury onto myself. Whereas if I were to try to remove the mark,
yes.
if I fail at healing them, I take that injury onto myself. And if I were healing the mark, I might then take
The link.
that link onto myself. And I do feel that letting this thing have the powers of the divine might be a terrible idea.
You know, I feel like that's a long shot, but I think you might be right on that one. Yes, I think that would be an awful idea. And my preference would be to remove Daniel as a threat, because he is a threat, even if it is to the sorts of things that we hunt in general.
But if we could remove the connection to the two that we have rescued, we could have 2 additional allies in our corner.
And weaken his powers.
Indeed.
That's a good thought.
The weaker he is before we have to fight him,
The happier all of
the
us
easier
will
it
be.
is. Indeed.
That's a good thought. Filbert, how's your research going over there?
So pretty much found out that whatever can hurt, whatever this thing is linked to, that should work for us. And yeah, that's really most of what I've got going for me right now.
That's good information, though, because if he does stay connected to Kenny, at least, we know what hurts vampires.
Yeah, so, I mean, I know we were just talking about, you know, trying to cut off those powers. What outweighs what? Would it be better for him to have vampire powers but also have vampire weaknesses, or to not have those weaknesses but also not have those powers?
Well, if we can cut him off from vampire and whatever Delilah is, we don't know how well those two play together as far as power sets go. And I mean, I want
to say something, but I'm not there.
You're not there, Shush. I don't want to fight vampire if I don't have to. Then it's not pleasant.
I'd rather not, no.
Hi,
Just
kiddo.
out of character, the weaknesses of a human are like everything. So rather than worrying about the weaknesses of, should we allow him to have the weaknesses of a vampire?
Yeah.
Like being stabbed through the heart works just as fine on people.
And cutting off a person's head and filling their mouth with garlic also works very well on humans.
It does.
Slightly overkill. It's a bit flashy, but
Fire, yeah.
it
Yeah,
does
weird
work.
flex.
Silver
Weird
blade. A silver blade is still a blade.
Yeah.
So
And
no, I don't think it's a good idea to leave him with any powers if we can avoid it, because humans are squishy.
And we're not certain that these are the only 2 that he is
Right.
connected to. Although I'm certain that my holy blade might have a negative effect on most of the creatures that he may have connected himself to.
And fire tends to work on most things.
Indeed.
This is why I like fire. So, all right. I guess we go see what Silas and Shadow are up to. Hope that, there's still people there to question.
Yeah.
So we'll jump back.
Shadow does have a cell phone. I'm just saying.
I don't
I don't know if he has
Trust
service or if you have service.
it work in a
since
pocket
I
dimension?
exist in the real world.
I highly
That
doubt
is-
cell phones work in an oubliette.
If you can't detect people inside via magical or
Yeah.
Cell
any
towers
kind of
can't
means,
either.
it's,
Well, yeah, but you're not prepared for 5G.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I mean, you could probably maybe the Wi-Fi extender will reach in there, the door. But
I mean, if you
can,
keep
WhatsApp
people
out.
in the oubliette, the least you can do is give them Wi-Fi.
you can WhatsApp out, but there's no cell network coverage in there.
Yeah.
I just generally assume that when magical things are involved, normal technology doesn't work as well, but I've also read a lot of Dresden Files, so that may be where that idea is coming from.
I have a keeper question.
Yes, what's up?
Have I noticed any problems with my presence in this space, or was
You have
Silas
not.
correct? All right.
Silas was correct. You are not. I like to think of Silas's library as not being an alternate dimension, but just being an alternate place in the world.
Yeah, it's a place.
okay.
It's a real place that exists somewhere.
Yeah, which is why there was
Milwaukee.
rain happening there.
All right.
And thunder and lightning.
Very, very frightening.
I get to stay and play.
Yeah. You are completely fine being in the library.
All right.
So as you guys are heading down, Shadow, Silas, Delilah starts to move.
Oh boy.
Morning, Mary Sunshine. How are we today?
Oh. She looks at both of you and is like, who the fuck are you?
We're dubious preacher busters, and we've come to bust the dubious preachers. Remember Daniel?
Yes, I remember Daniel. I've been.
Yes, he's
for
a
very long
bastard, isn't
time.
he? Yes.
Oh, 100%.
Well, we've put you in a place where his influence doesn't reach you anymore.
Good.
Yes, but unfortunately, the second you leave here, it will be active on you again. So, for the time being, you're not so much a prisoner as
A prisoner? I get it.
I don't want to give you the impression that I want to keep you here forever. Merely until such time as we can permanently sever any connection that the dubious preacher Daniel has established over you.
Well, it would seem that you've already done that if I'm here.
Well, yes, in as much as you're here now. But unless you want to live here with Kenny forever.
No, she looks over. Oh no. The vampire he was hunting, yes, of course. No. But if I'm here, if he's here, and you say that it's severed, Daniel's a man now.
He doesn't have any other tricks up his sleeve, any other people like yourself that he's done the business to?
No, he can only do it to 3 at a time, and we just lost our last one before he picked up Kenny. He was looking for another vampire here.
That would
Is that you?
be me, yes.
Oh, good. Oh, he'll definitely be coming to look for you, but now
He
he'll have
won't,
to do
he
it.
can't come in here. So, I mean, really, we could all just live in here. It'd be all right. We order some pizzas.
I don't.
And then we'll just, like, call the police and tell them to shoot him.
And
I'm an elderly man. There's someone breaking into my house.
Right. I don't.
That works on people, right?
Sure, but then you would have to. But then you would have to.
Yeah?
Yeah, you would have to leave this place, right? To Cole.
Yes, well, yes, that's true.
science, damn it.
Magic, damn it.
Um,
The fuck are you people? This is very impressive.
well, the League of Extraordinarily Inappropriate House Guests.
Oh, I think I've heard of you.
Yes, we've killed a fair few things and drawn the attention of some more powerful things.
No, you're not that group, are you? The ones that are messing with the Lord?
Lord Jeffrey Fuckhead.
Well, not his name, but I really like the nickname you've come up
Pretty
with.
sure that's his name.
Yeah, yes, I'm certain. That's what all the history books will show. Lord Jeffrey Fuckhead defeated by the League of Extraordinarily Inappropriate House Guests, circa 2021.
Circa
Wait.
or sucker?
Both.
Oh,
Circa 2021 sucker.
it's 2021.
Yes.
Oh.
if you don't mind, if this isn't, this is rather a personal question, but what are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, well, if you promise not to try and kill me?
No promises from Shadow, I'm sure, but for myself, I'm an enlightened man of the world. I'm sure I have no reason to be prejudiced against you.
Well, I'm a demon.
No, I've parlayed with many a demon. Why didn't you say so?
Oh, I worry about the ones that you may have talked to.
I have some experience with demonology. I studied under Aleister Crowley, in fact.
That man. When was the last time you talked to him?
Last week.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's all right. Incorporeal for now.
That's what happens when you make weird deals and not get things in fine print.
Well, I've given to understand he's got his eye on a vessel. We'll see how it pans out, I suppose.
Of course.
You know, there was that business in Sicily 20 years ago, and the village was never quite the same again. But he says he's got the formulas right this time, and that shouldn't happen anymore. So I believe him. I've never had any reason to doubt him, apart from all those times
when you had a reason to doubt him.
I had extreme reasons to doubt him and left the abbey. But nevertheless, he seems to know his stuff.
True. So are you gonna go take care of Daniel so that we can fucking leave?
Before I do that, what's about this? As we were leaving with you wrapped in this fine Persian rug,
what? You did what?
We wrapped you in a fine Persian rug and bundled you into the back of a Subaru Forester.
How the fuck did you knock me out?
With a tranquilizer gun. I believe it was calibrated for a rhinoceros.
Oh my god.
Ironic.
Yes, you might feel a little bit of tenderness in the neck for a few days. All above board. You see, we didn't want you to come to any harm, and we worried that in order to restrain you, otherwise more violent measures may have been required. But yes, you seem to have come round fine, so that's good.
For the most part.
I've completely lost my train of thought. What was I going to do? Oh yes, that was it. Yes. As we were leaving with you wrapped in a Persian rug, the church doors burst outwards, and there was a black mass, and not the fun kind. A formless, shapeless thing came bursting forth from the doors. Perhaps you had any insights as to what that might have been. It was rather terrifying.
Oh, well, I'm sure it was Daniel.
So, was Daniel a ghoul or something?
That is one of my powers.
I see.
Yes.
I see. And you're quite sure that the third party is expired?
Buried him last week.
And Daniel hasn't recruited another in that time?
No, for a long time it was just the two of us, and then he picked up that other not so powerful being. He didn't last very long, and then he found Kenny. She looks at your friend, and then he started following a lead to you. Actually, I think you were supposed to be the one that he took care of first, but Kenny got in the way.
Good old Kenny. Thank you, Kenny.
He's just like, fuck.
Would you like something to eat, Kenny? It must have been a while.
Oh my gosh, that would.
I think I've got some AB positive secreted away somewhere.
Really? I would love that.
I've been saving it for a special occasion. I think you should probably use it better than me. Yeah, Silas comes back from his fridge with a blood bag.
As you were walking out and then back in, you run into your 3 friends.
Hello.
We have discoveries.
Yeah, me too. I know what you're thinking. I didn't kill anyone.
No, they're still in there.
Good job.
But that Kenny guy doesn't, he said like old people aren't even entities. And I think that, I mean, we're all entities. We're all living things. It's kind of messed up. So we should watch him.
Well,
But Silas can attest, I did not even pull the sword out.
No, you merely threatened to on several occasions.
Threatened to pull the sword. That's an improvement.
It
Normally I
is.
threatened to run it through him.
That is, I admire your restraint. You, at no point did you wield your weapon with menace. So well done.
True, I merely tapped it. The classes have been working.
Yes,
Thanks,
you've really
Gilbert.
got that temper in check. Sorry, what were you saying about the monster that we're fighting in the near future? Lasus, you have discoveries.
Indeed. We do believe that it would be possible to defeat him in his human form if we can sever any other links that he may have. And we did find, indeed, some ways to sever the links to those that you have in the oubliette.
Ah, permanently.
We believe so, yes.
That could be helpful. We've just spoken to Delilah. She says that the black mass that came through the church doors was a manifestation of one of her powers. And now that she's within the oubliette, he no longer has access to her powers, nor those of Kenny. There was only 3 people that he is apparently able to have the powers of at any one time, and the 3rd person was drained already last week. So in theory, Daniel should be without any additional powers beyond those that he wields with his magic,
So
his
he's
human necromancy
so
at the
he's-
moment.
so he's just a powerful caster at the moment.
Yes. Or so we're led to believe.
Still sucks,
I wouldn't.
but
I
not
wouldn't.
bad.
Yes, I wouldn't entirely discount the possibility that he's found a 3rd person without Delilah's knowledge. I don't see why she would lie to us, because obviously he's been draining her too. But if we can permanently sever the connections between Delilah and Kenny and Daniel before he arrives here, as I'm sure he's going to, then perhaps they could join the fight.
It will hurt and it will suck. It requires disrupting the symbol that is on them. And the books that I was reading indicated that usually it's, smudging your thumb across paint. But when it's a scar, it will require removing part of the skin to
Would it-
break it properly.
Would it be possible to perhaps deface the symbol rather than remove it entirely and thereby
Not-
rob it of its power?
Not try to remove it entirely, but yes, deface it. So imagine a circle and you cut pieces out of the edges of it.
Well, I think perhaps rather than cutting pieces off, we could perhaps brand over the top of it or something, which might be less.
That somehow seems
Invasive?
worse.
I don't know. Rather than having your torso, patches of your torso removed.
Well,
They wouldn't have to be very big.
Well, we
in
do
any-
still have a
in any
tranquilizer
case.
dart.
That's
We
true.
got
So we've got
exactly one left.
one person can have some anesthesia.
And I have healing abilities. So we could tranquilize them, remove the skin, and then heal them.
And also, they don't need to be very big. It's not like trying to cut the whole symbol off. It would be these are pretty precise symbols. So you would just need to get a thin line through each of them in order to disrupt it.
Fair enough.
As you all are standing in the hallway talking about this, you start hearing noises coming from outside. And it sounds like a lot of voices.
Oh,
I'm not in. Go away.
I'll go take a peek out a window.
It's odd. It's the first time, Misty, that you have ever seen a mob walking down the drive with what looks like guns and like fire.
Motherfucker.
And you do
Granddad.
see Daniel leading the way.
God damn it.
Right.
And I think with that we're gonna take our break because I want to
Oh,
be here.
fuck.
June,
Yes, we'll be right back,
Oh,
everybody.
yes. I don't want to say what I want to say live. I want it to be a surprise.
BRB.
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt? No! Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
Yeehaw! Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. What in tarnation is Shitty Cowboys? We're an actual play Dungeons & Dragons bi-weekly Twitch stream and podcast set in the West Hollow setting. That's right, it's Dungeons and Dragons and Cowboys. What else more could you ask for? Follow Sean Marston and Jambalaya Pendergrass as they travel across West Hollow and get into some cowboy trouble. Find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/OneShotOnslaught every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every other Wednesday wherever you get your podcast. Now go on, get to subscribing.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper, and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
Hey everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Adam here to tell you all about One Shot Onslaught. We are an actual play D&D 5e podcast that even follows some of the rules.
Rules? No one said there'd be rules.
We play through popular one-shot modules from DMsGuild.com so that you can drop in at any episode. We have Lord Sean Snow, the hero's hero, who is a 140-year-old human wizard.
I cast magic and missile up its butthole!
Death, the tiefling rogue who only eats raw meat.
Did somebody say meat?
The dwarf druid Ironclaw who loves nature almost as much as he loves oatmeal.
Cinnamon oatmeal, or get the F out.
And last but not least, we have Ted, the tiefling bard who loves to jam out on his magic guitar and skadoosh on his magic flying broom.
Skadoosh.
Find us wherever you download your podcast and follow us on all social media at One Shot Onslaught.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Gerundu.
And we are the hosts of Majestic Goose's newest podcast, Dice Talk. Dice Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop podcast that dives into the deep topics of tabletop role-playing games.
Join us as we speak with passionate content creators, podcasters, authors, and more as we discuss all manner of tabletop and geek-related content.
Dice Talk is a bi-weekly show, so we're hitting your podcatcher with brand new episodes every other week. filling your ears with exclusive interviews and conversations that you can't find anywhere else.
Every episode is a new opportunity to hear from different creators in the tabletop community and just talk about Dungeons and Dragons and any other tabletop games that have made us who we are.
Dice Talk, now on the Majestic Goose Podcast Network. Make sure you check us out and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
A Majestic Goose Podcast.
In a world where adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner, an unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt. No. Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
Yeehaw! Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. What in tarnation is Shitty Cowboys? We're an actual play Dungeons & Dragons bi-weekly Twitch stream and podcast set in the West Hollow setting. That's right, it's Dungeons and Dragons and Cowboys. What else more could you ask for? Follow Sean Marston and Jambalaya Pendergrass as they travel across West Hollow and get into some cowboy trouble. Find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/OneShotOnslaught every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every other Wednesday wherever you get your podcast. Now go on, get to subscribing.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
Hey everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Adam here to tell you all about One Shot Onslaught. We are an actual play D&D 5e podcast that even follows some of the rules.
Rules? No one said there'd be rules.
We play through popular one-shot modules from DMsGuild.com so that you can drop in at any episode. We have Lord Sean Snow, the hero's hero, who is a 140-year-old human wizard.
I cast magic and missile up its butthole!
Death, the tiefling rogue who only eats raw meat.
Did somebody say meat?
The dwarf druid Ironclaw who loves nature almost as much as he loves oatmeal.
Cinnamon oatmeal, or get the F out.
And last but not least, we have Ted, the tiefling bard who loves to jam out on his magic guitar and skadoosh on his magic flying broom.
Skadoosh.
Find us wherever you download your podcast and follow us on all social media at One Shot Onslaught.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Gerundu.
And we are the hosts of Majestic Goose's newest podcast, Dice Talk. Dice Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop podcast that dives into the deep topics of tabletop role-playing games.
Join us as we speak with passionate content creators, podcasters, authors, and more as we discuss all manner of tabletop and geek-related content.
Dice Talk is a bi-weekly show, so we're hitting your podcatcher with brand new episodes every other week, filling your ears with exclusive interviews and conversations that you can't find anywhere else.
Every episode is a new opportunity to hear from different creators in the tabletop community and just talk about Dungeons & Dragons and any other tabletop games that have made us who we are.
Dice Talk, now on the Majestic Goose Podcast Network. Make sure you check us out and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
A Majestic Goose Podcast.
adventure awaits and danger lurks around every corner. An unlikely group of friends find themselves on the path to becoming heroes. But school will only get them halfway. Merlin, the human warlock barber guy.
Oh god, no, I gotta buff his butt. No. Can I refuse business?
Ubo, the turtle artificer.
Well, it doesn't work yet, but I'm working on it.
Ultrex, the discarded warforged paladin.
I don't eat or sleep or wear clothes, so I just sit in the corner and wait.
And Clyde, the Goliath barbarian in skinny jeans.
They're called skinny pelts, okay?
Find us on iTunes or wherever you download your podcast by searching for Halfway to Heroes.
Yeehaw! Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. What in tarnation is Shitty Cowboys? We're an actual play Dungeons & Dragons bi-weekly Twitch stream and podcast set in the West Hollow setting. That's right, it's Dungeons and Dragons and Cowboys. What else more could you ask for? Follow Sean Marston and Jambalaya Pendergrass as they travel across West Hollow and get into some cowboy trouble. Find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/OneShotOnslaught every other Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every other Wednesday wherever you get your podcast. Now go on, get to subscribing.
From the city that brought you Kentucky Fried Chicken comes Roll for Weird, a Monster of the Week actual play podcast. Join Philbert Fogel, Doomsday Prepper and Expert.
I mean, I'm kind of like the linchpin that's keeping everything together.
Lasath, the Divine.
And I still owe him my life, so I would have to end yours. It would be a mess.
Shadow, the Edgy Initiate.
I trust him with my life. I don't know if I trust him with my car.
Misty Charlotte Palladino, Spellslinger.
But I haven't set anything on fire that I haven't meant to set on fire.
Silas Lancaster, Elderly Vampire.
They broke the mold when they made Filbert.
Roll for Weird on Twitch, streaming monthly. New podcast episodes every other Friday.
Hey everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Adam here to tell you all about One Shot Onslaught. We are an actual play D&D 5e podcast that even follows some of the rules.
Rules? No one said there'd be rules.
We play through popular one-shot modules from DMsGuild.com so that you can drop in at any episode. We have Lord Sean Snow, the hero's hero, who is a 140-year-old human wizard.
I cast magic and missile up its butthole!
Death, the tiefling rogue who only eats raw meat.
Did somebody say meat?
The dwarf druid Ironclaw who loves nature almost as much as he loves oatmeal.
Cinnamon oatmeal, or get the F out.
And last but not least, we have Ted, the tiefling bard who loves to jam out on his magic guitar and skadoosh on his magic flying broom.
Skadoosh.
Find us wherever you download your podcast and follow us on all social media at One Shot Onslaught.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Gerundu.
And we are the hosts of Majestic Goose's newest podcast, Dice Talk. Dice Talk is a Dungeons & Dragons and tabletop podcast that dives into the deep topics of tabletop role-playing games.
Join us as we speak with passionate content creators, podcasters, authors, and more as we discuss all
A test of faith.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Roll for Weird. We are discussing how we're going to kill this guy.
We're all messed up, Adam, and I think that's my fault.
That is probably your fault because you
Yeah,
took your camera off.
Well, it's actually part of the plot, so I missed it.
Yeah, getting confusing.
Yeah,
true.
now actually Tiana's the keeper now, and Dragonbait is Silas. and-
Silas, do your voice real quick. Let me see if I can mimic.
So if you donate $100, we will randomly switch the roles and play that way for the rest of the game.
Who am I?
I don't know if I can.
You
Nope.
are Seth.
I'm still me, so I'm cool.
Sorry.
Damn it.
No, I can't do it.
Uh-oh.
I tried.
switch us
Okay.
around.
Oh, no,
I'm switching now. It looks like DB. Did everybody freeze? Oh no.
I'm frozen. Well,
it looks like it.
everyone
on
else
the
is
screen.
frozen, but
What
me.
happened?
Most
Adam, did you
people-
bake something?
Adam, on the live stream, you're the only one that's not frozen.
Oh, now we're back.
Okay, jeez. I kicked my feet out, laughing too hard, and I think I may have disconnected something.
Well,
I am daiquiri.
Oh no, Grundu's real frozen. Can you say something, Grundu? Or are you gone?
You're gone.
Hey, it put him in the right spot though.
Hooray!
Hooray!
But the rest of us.
I'm getting
Still
it.
fucked up.
You guys can take over while I do this.
Who wants to recap what just happened?
We found out what was going on with Daniel in that he is a warlock wizard type man who is magically draining immortal beings of their immortality. They are not happy about it. He can only do 3 people at once. One of those 3 people is allegedly dead. The other 2 are in the oubliette where they cannot funnel power to Daniel. We sussed this out and we're like, hey, he's just a normal man with magic spells right now. We could just like shoot him in the face or whatever. And then we hear a bunch of, hey, there's a bunch of guys, go find the going on outside Silas's house. And Daniel the Dubious has assembled his posse of toothless, credulous idiots to come attack. To come attack Silas's house.
DB, that does bring up a pretty valid point. The people that were in this cult, with Daniel being kind of like, this wizard, supernatural being, whatever he is he gathering this following on his own, like charisma, or is it kind of, or is that something that we have no idea? We have no idea. Yeah, okay, cool.
You would have known by seeing the people that were there that they were hanging on his every word, but you're not sure if that's magic or because he's charismatic. Because he did seem very charismatic as he was preaching the good word.
Okay.
The good word.
3 episodes ago.
Fuck. We've got to finish this hunt tonight.
Right.
Why are they all screaming death to Antifa?
Man, we're getting dark tonight.
I don't have an Antifa. I don't know what that means. However, I think we should fight fire with fire. In this case, it's time for the return of... And I hope this works because, by God, there's a lot riding on it. It's time for me to cast some magic and become Brother Absalom once again.
I do also want to remind you that you're just holding a bag of blood.
Oh, yes. Kenny, here's your blood.
Not as uncommon as you think for Silas.
That's a 9. A 9 plus 3, a 12.
Oh yeah, you do it. You do it with flair. Panache.
Right. Sister Leslie, I think you should probably accompany me.
Praise him!
Praise him! I think we're going to have a test of faith against Brother Daniel. Up against Brother Daniel there to try and sway the crowd away from the path of unrighteousness and into whatever I say is right.
It is right.
It is right. That's right. That's exactly the tone you need to take, Sister Leslie. Away we go! And,
Just throw open the door?
Just throw open the door and walk out, arms held aloft. It's like, hallelujah! Hallelujah! I have cleansed this house of the evil that did reside within. Cleanse, Sister Leslie, cleanse. Brother Daniel, thank you for bringing the congregation here to this ill auspicious place where things of dark design have been carried out. The servants of the enemy are all around, but this place is now hallowed.
Hallowed ground.
Hallowed. Hallelujah. You seem confused, Brother Daniel.
No.
The look on DB's face.
No.
thank God that you are here. Praise him.
He turns to his congregation and points at you guys and goes, "Deceivers! Do you see how they try to trick us?"
What deception are you claiming is being perpetrated here, brother?
I know who you are. You're a vicious vampire.
A vicious vampire? Me, Brother Absalom Jefferson? Now look
Brother
among these
Absalom
fine
does
people.
not feast on the flesh of man.
That is right, Sister Leslie. I was converted from that hideous practice. And now I lie only with my wife.
So you used to be a vicious vampire?
No. In any case, Brother Daniel, your lack of faith I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I lack of faith.
You look at these fine people. And then Silas is just sort of pushing past Brother Daniel for the moment and like going into the crowd with his arms
They have
raised.
guns on you.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Fine people. Why do you come here in such naked hostility? Naked hostility unbecoming of children of the blood of the Lamb.
Unbecoming, I say. You, sir. And then like Silas is just like, grab this whatever Billy Bob by the shoulder. It's like, what is your name?
Bill?
Bill.
Brother Bill.
What has inspired you to take this course of action tonight?
Well, Daniel said that you are a terrible monster and have kidnapped his wife.
Now, Bill, do I look like a terrible monster?
I don't know you. I followed Daniel for a very long time. He killed my wife.
He killed your wife, and yet you follow him.
Healed my wife.
When your accent's so strong that you mix up killed and healed, you might be a redneck.
Ooh. He healed your wife. Okay. Is your wife with us this evening, Bill?
Oh, no, she's at home with the children.
Is that right?
Yes.
Have you noticed any strange side effects from this healing?
No.
Perhaps an increased appetite?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Well, perhaps your wife has not been healed to the extent that Brother Daniel said.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that if you have not been receiving your husbandly rights, then perhaps Daniel's not doing his job.
I don't have anything to add to that.
And Adam is just stone-faced over there.
Just imagine.
Stone-faced Luis is at it again.
Now, Brother Daniel says a lot about the sanctity of marriage and wives, doesn't it? And I put wives. Everybody loves a wife. I myself love my wife, and I went to therapy to ensure that I did. Everybody loves a wife. You, sir, love your wife, even though she is sadly absent from this venture. I'm hearing myself echoing through the valleys there. Brother Daniel says that he has a wife and he loves her very much. Now I say that Brother Daniel's wife is absconded of her own free will, not because she does not respect the sanctity of marriage, but because Brother Daniel is an abuser.
Terrible man.
He is a bad man. And although...
Hold on.
I roll to see if I'm having any
that's
on this
why
crowd.
I was like, I need you to roll
Is
to
that
manipulate someone.
Yeah, manipulate everyone. You mean?
Well, we're gonna say. We'll see how he
Manipulate.
does with Bill.
Let's just work on Bill.
Okay, yeah.
One at a time.
He's gonna go through
that's
the
what
crowd.
she said.
That is a 6 + 2, 8.
Okay.
Oh.
With an 8 plus.
I gotta show him I mean it or something?
Yeah, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. If you ask too much, they'll tell you what, if anything, it would take for them to do it. You're gonna have to prove that he was an abuser?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we could show the scars, but we'd have to bring her out.
Take a picture.
A vampire court works.
Brother Bill, would you be willing to come inside this domicile to meet with Sister Delilah and hear, as an independent witness, her testimony?
He looks around the crowd, and some of them are like, "Yeah, do it, yeah." He's like, "Well, I guess so."
Now,
and Daniel's like, "Whoa, no, listen, I have never laid a hand on my wife.
I have seen the scars upon her body."
That is a deceit, sir, and it is unbecoming of a man of the cloth. I, Brother Absalom, have appointed this man as an independent witness. Now, Bill, we had not met before today, and I can see you are very dissatisfied with your sex life, but that is not something we will concern ourselves with today. Maybe that is something I can help you with later. But for now, we are going to go inside this house, and we are going to speak to Sister Delilah. Now, I will beseech you fine people not to interrupt this, and we will have Bill come back outside and tell y'all what he heard from his own ears, with the divine truth that is the word of God that we will hear this night. Now, Bill, if you would just accompany myself and Sister Leslie up these stairs into the house.
He follows you. Daniel's looking at you all suspiciously. And you lead Bill up. He's not doing anything currently, just because he's like, "Oh shit."
Now, Bill, I'm gonna show you. You're gonna meet. Do you remember Kenny? He was also a member of.
Oh yeah, Kenny's a great guy. What'd you do to Kenny?
I did not do anything to Kenny. No, sir. That would make me a bastard, and I am not one of them. No, sir. Kenny has been. Not only has he been held against his will by Daniel, he is also currently in a state of extreme disfigurement as a result of Daniel's actions. Cruel and unusual that they are. Now, I urge you to gird your loins and steel yourself for the sight you're about to behold, because Kenny is not what you may remember. But he is a good Christian and has a fine heart, and you should not hold his appearance against him. Now, are you ready, Bill?
Yeah.
And Silas slowly opens the oubliette doors. Brother Kenny and Sister Delilah, I have brought to you Bill from the congregation of Daniel to verify your story out of your own mouths. Now, just to confirm that you are not here against your will, and that Daniel has held you as prisoners in the church. Would you mind confirming that story for Bill?
Yeah, that's completely true. And Bill's like, "What happened to your accent?" Yeah, that's completely true. Kenny slips back into it, and Delilah just nods her head a lot.
Now,
show him the scars, sister.
I'm sorry to ask that, but yes, could you show the physical evidence of the abuse that he has bestowed upon your personages?
They both show the symbol that's carved into their chest.
Look upon this symbol, Bill. Does that look like any symbol of God?
Oh my
3
God,
syllables.
no it doesn't.
That looks like some kind of heinous arcane symbol, does it not?
I don't know what that word means, but it does look hideous.
Bill, I am so sorry to be the one to show you that Daniel has turned to coveting false idols and graven images and all kinds of things that are outside of the purview of the Lord. But if you would go outside with me from this place, outside and tell the fine people outside there what you have seen, and perhaps we can sway them away from the duplicitous words and forked tongue of Brother Daniel and into the light.
Into the light.
Rejoicing. Into the light of enlightenment and in rejoicing in the word of God.
Hear the word.
In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
And then, Silas pats Bill on the shoulder. Say, you are a strong Christian brother, Bill, and I admire your faith and your courage.
Okay, he starts going out with you guys. As you open the door, a shot fires out, though.
Lord!
Bill's like, what are you doing? Why are you shooting? And you hear Daniel saying, oh, they've convinced Bill that I am a terrible person and all this other stuff. If I have hurt my wife, why won't she come out here as well and show all of us?
Because she is afraid of retribution from you, who contains the mark of the beast. I say to you, Daniel, if you are so convinced of your strength and your faith that you will face me, another man of the cloth, equal in power and esteem to yourself, in a test of faith, a duel of sorts.
I, real quick, want to know, what are the other three doing?
I'm hoping they're cutting on someone.
You gotta be like, I'm stalling for time, like, guys. You gotta...
Like, are you trying to A, get a banishment ritual together, B, cutting on some poor creatures inside this oubliette?
We've got to get a resolution soon.
I don't have any magical abilities, so I'm gonna look at.
You don't need him to cut someone's chest.
Well, that's what. Another option was a ritual, and if we're gonna lean that way, I want to make sure.
So Misty's thought on that is that she's not positive about a ritual that she can do, that where she can guarantee where the person would go, and with Lyseth otherwise occupied, her inclination is to start defacing the symbols and talking to Kenny and Delilah about that.
Okay.
You've got +1 going forward to using magic related
Yeah.
to that too, for using the mystic.
Right, and you could have
thing.
also, I would say that a little bit of retcon. If Lyseth knew the stuff that she would need to actually do that, if you wanted to get that stuff together. Silas's house is full of bullshit, so.
Honestly, that's. I don't think that we have to do one or the other. I think both of them would be very helpful.
Yeah. Oh,
so,
yeah, 100%.
Like one of us could be tearing around the house, getting all of the things. Probably Misty muttering the shopping list under her breath, while Shadow is cutting people.
That feels right.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
It's a Shadow thing. Come on.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm tearing around the house, opening drawers, and then finding the things needed that Lyseth will need for the ritual.
Yeah, as you're going through the house, you see the woman that you saw in the mirror whenever you guys were in the mirror dimension, Ida,
That's the name.
the sweet ghost that dresses like a Victorian. Can I help you, dear?
Hi.
Yes.
Ida. Is it?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Misty. I'm Silas's granddaughter.
Oh, he speaks of you often.
It's all lies. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm in kind of a rush. We're trying to banish someone, and I need stuff from Granddad's house to get the ritual together.
Okay. Do you know your way around, or do you need help?
Actually, I don't know my way around here very, very well. I don't come here very often. And I'll rattle off the list of the things that I need.
Oh, that stuff is easy. He keeps that in the kitchen.
Wonderful.
Lead you to the kitchen.
You keep weird things in your kitchen, Granddad.
I mean, he doesn't use it, and none of us need it, so...
Fair point.
Yes.
Hi, it's really nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you, too. Oh, your granddad is so... and you guys have small talk while you...
You open one cupboard and it's just full, like, overflowing with packets of Werther's Originals that just start falling out like in an endless cascade.
Oh, not again.
I'll actually grab a small handful of those and stick them in my coat pocket because I don't tell Silas this, but I really love the Werther's Originals.
So cute. Shadow, Filbert, going into the oubliette to cut some bitches, I guess.
I really don't want to cut anybody, but I guess as two of us.
Shit, this might sting a little bit.
See, what's fun about this is we're like on opposite ends of the spectrum here. He very much does not want to cut anyone, and Shadow. It's not like Shadow is mean or anything, but you know he's
definitely wants
used to a certain thing.
He's always wanted to do this.
And he hasn't really cut open that many things since he's been with all of you, because most of the time it's some weird like mix-up social situation. But he's ready.
I think
of course he's
his
ready.
sword is silvered. After all.
Hey, I've also got a silver sword. But I think.
Where did you bring it? It's never on you. I mean, did you bring it?
I've
got this thing all the time.
I've always got it on. It's
got those gas station
collapsible.
good
It's
times.
collapsible, so nobody ever sees it.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not like an envelope opener.
You sure it's not like a TV aerial?
So I'm thinking with us being pressed for time, if Shadow's gonna be
stop chatting shit.
Yeah, well, no, if Shadow's gonna be taking somebody, I'll take.
Yeah, don't let him get away with this, chat.
I'll take the other one. I'm trying to look. I don't really have any like cool thing that can help me for this. I don't think so.
Are you just gonna try to do this and not talk to them?
You might want to mention what's going on.
I thought somebody somebody said that they were chatting with them about what may be happening.
No one had
we
done
talked
that
to each
yet.
other.
Because
I said I was
Daniel
going
showed up.
to.
Yeah.
Okay. Then since
You could have just come in,
No,
knives
no.
wielded.
No, okay.
Knives out.
All right. Things are. I heard a gunshot. Did you two? You two may have heard that gunshot. Man, I don't know how sound works in here, but either way, things are popping off back there. It's probably gonna come down to a firefight with Daniel. So we need to get those markings off. Is that okay? If it's not, we'll think of a different way. But this is gonna be the quickest and easiest resolution to us getting Daniel out of the picture.
How are you removing these?
All right, look, I'm gonna cut them off with this here sword.
I picture me and Shadow both drawing these silver swords. They're silvered, sterile.
Great.
Have you ever carved the skin off a mango?
I don't eat mangoes.
All right,
Nobody eats mangoes.
Bullshit. I eat mangoes.
Mangoes.
It's mangoes. What a statement, Adam just
Bullshit,
made.
there's no such thing as mangoes.
That's the title of this week's
Mangoes
episode.
are real.
What are you, 5? You'll be telling me there's pineapples next. Everyone knows the only fruits are apples, oranges, and strawberries.
Bananas.
No bananas.
Bananas are kind of fish. Everyone knows that.
Look, imagine you're like the pit, right?
Okay.
I'm not going anywhere near there. Just the flesh.
Oh, all right.
I mean, or we could not. And then there's Daniel.
No,
And then there's Daniel.
I have a lot that I want to do to that man. So if you're going to cut me, I guess.
Skin you.
No, I highly doubt that.
Shadow. It's
Well,
just-
not all
it's
of
not-
you,
No,
just the-
Just the what? This giant symbol on my chest.
Do you have another idea?
I
You're
will.
going to take the whole thing.
This is sounding like a Dario Argento film already.
I will then try to patch you up to my best abilities, while Shadow goes out and tries to deal with Daniel out there.
So do you want me to cut him or not, Filbert? I don't know what you brought me here for.
We're letting them decide. We're not cutting on any unwilling people.
You just walked me all the way down here.
All right. You can cut me.
What about just been, like, warming up his slashing arm the entire
What about
time.
you, Kenny?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
I mean, you can say no if you want them to have to fight somebody with vampire powers. It is nighttime. If it was daytime, that would be pretty cool. It is nighttime, so...
Yeah, yeah, sure, I guess cut me?
I'm gonna lean into Filbert and be like, all right, man, I've never done this shit before.
just try to go as shallow as possible, and just start from the top and work your way down. I've never done this either. You think I'm skinned somebody?
Yeah, but you've been on
before?
Reddit, right? What's Reddit tattoo removal say?
It uses lasers and stuff. It's not silvered swords.
You ever skinned a fish?
Do you have a
Did you go
laser?
hunting?
I feel like Laceth's judging us right now.
I don't do a lot of hunting. I don't, to be honest. I wear camo a lot, and I put up I
look. I'm not worried about skinning them.
Okay,
it's not like I'm squeamish. All right, it's just I've never avoided the vitals.
You take Delilah, I'll take Kenny, and just stay
Oh,
as shallow
I
as
don't.
possible.
Hey, I'm whispering to this guy. You got crazy hearing or what?
Yes.
Delilah's
this
one
isn't
of
gonna
her
work.
demon powers is bad
I'm gonna turn
hearing.
me. Look, I'm not like I gotta be honest with you. I normally kill people like you. This is new to me.
Good. Oh, good. Oh, fucking good.
It's a silvered
fucking
sword.
another vampire.
You like silver, right? Or are you more of a gold girl? All right, look, I'm gonna come over here and cut this off you, but I don't want any complaining.
That's what this boils down to. We gotta cut you. We don't want you to complain, please.
Quit your bitching and let me cut you.
But I don't want to hear any complaining. Okay.
We don't have to. There's fire. We could burn it. We could. That's what a laser is, right? Right? I look at Filbert.
She looks at both of you and go, you have no fucking clue what you're doing, do you?
No.
I can kill you, or I can try to cut that shit off. I'm just trying to come up with options here.
We're not killing anybody.
The hell are you doing, Kenny?
on
You're just sitting
purpose.
over there. You have anything to offer?
But I told you could cut me. I don't like this, but I told
calm down,
you could
calm
do
down,
it.
buddy.
I'm gonna go over to Kenny, and I'm gonna try my damnedest to.
Roll act under pressure.
Filbert's the first one to just start cutting people.
Just no warning. Just going blind is probably better that way, right?
So, I've read
Rip it
about
off.
this sort of thing, Dragonbait.
Okay.
I
Well,
can
for
roll.
Read about
I,
skinning people, got it?
yes, and I can roll plus sharp instead of plus cool when I act under pressure.
Sharp is probably the active word rather than
Yeah, I mean it is a literal word, so I do get a +2.
It's just a carrot.
It was
just a carrot.
My dice roller swapped my 3 and my 6 to a 6 and a 3, and it swapped it, so it's still 9 + 2, 11.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've circumcised Kenny.
You know, I've been
On
doing
body
shit like
part.
this for a long time, and I've never skinned a person in any game ever.
Okay, so you managed to cut through the mark and get some of this. Kenny is like trying really hard not to like reach up and just like bite into you.
Shove the blood bag in his mouth.
Yeah. But you see like the rage and that like animalistic look of the vampire as you are cutting this symbol off of him. And it takes a little bit of time because unlike what your friends were saying, it sounded like you decided to take the whole goddamn thing.
Or you had to go second. like whisper to
Well,
her
no,
as we're
that's a
having
good.
to watch this.
No, I'll get it off, and immediately start to try to. Obviously, like I don't have a first aid kit on me or anything, but I'm gonna try to do my best, or like run around to Silas's kitchen or whatever, and like get bandages wherever I can. I'm gonna try to, but. When I'm doing that and trying to gather some supplies to help out Kenny, I am gonna say to Shadow, Shadow, I done fucked up. Don't take the whole thing. Just like mutilate it. You know what I'm saying?
Is Kenny like screaming? Is this like the scene in The Wall where the dude shaves off his nipples?
Oh my god!
Kenny. Shadow, just take a little bit. Don't take all of it. Just a little bit. And I'm gonna like run and try to find like whatever I can to help him out.
Okay.
I feel like Shadow would wait until this person's done bleeding to death before I start cutting open the next one.
We don't have time, Shadow. There's gunshots happening. Get rid of Daniel's demon powers.
What did you use? Like a fucking box cutter or something?
My fucking collapsible sword.
I think that's called a carpet blade. It's like that's nothing. That's not a sword. All right, Shadow's gonna unsheath his sword that he carries all the time.
I don't know if
I just didn't imagine you doing it with a sword. I'm about to cut off a person's chest with a sword.
Well,
you need to like draw a line through it or something.
Yeah, Filbert did suggest just defacing
Very
it.
specifically.
But what did you do?
Just taking pieces.
I
out.
cut the whole goddamn thing off, and I fucked up.
And I cut a panel off his fucking hide like he was a deer.
Is he just screaming? Or is he?
Yes, while I'm running around the house trying to get some
Kitty is on the
bandages.
floor.
All right, I don't know about
writhing.
that. I'm just
Don't
gonna
do that.
I'm just gonna like cut it right down the middle.
Okay.
All right, just put your hands on your back, just right down the sternum.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna be great. But
No, I don't think it is. I
don't
do
worry,
not like
your
this.
heart's wait, does your heart even matter? I don't know. I'm gonna be careful. I'm just gonna slash straight down, but not too deep.
Act under
As
pressure.
shallow as possible. I don't think
you're gonna get a good.
Just close your eyes. Take deep breath. You're David Bowie. You're
This
getting
is gonna be
another
bad. This is gonna be fucking
skinograph
bad.
or whatever the hell it's
This
called.
is gonna be so fucking bad. I guarantee
And-
this roll's gonna be bad. I guarantee it.
Yeah, David Bowie has a whole bunch of skinification scars, so that's what is happening here.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh my god.
Yeah, I fucking called it. I knew you weren't gonna get good on this one.
Wait, what stat is it? Because the roll's not great.
Cool.
Cool. All right, we have a total of 7.
Oh,
That's qualified success.
So you
though.
didn't fail.
That is a very
It's
qualified
okay.
success. Yes.
But you do cut her quite a bit. Let me see what act under pressure actually does.
I'm like telling her how she's David Bowie, and then I just cut her chest open.
Ow!
So you.
What the fuck did you do
Okay.
to me?
So
Random shadow arms start doing
I give
Fushigi.
you 3 options: a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay.
Ooh.
It's like price to pay. You cut her fine, but you slip and cut off your own pinky toe.
No.
It doesn't work. A hard choice or a price to pay?
Yeah. It's a worse outcome,
Oh.
a hard choice, or
Hmm.
a price to pay.
Isn't the price to pay or worse outcome the hard choice? I mean, that seems
No,
kind
so
of.
there's
I know,
3
I get what you're
options, yeah.
saying. I'm just saying that seems like the hard choice right there. I mean, I've already made the hard choice by cutting. Well, Filbert made the hard
That was
choice.
not a hard choice for you.
I am kind of to decide not to kill her. So I'm gonna go with the price to pay because I don't want a worse outcome because that's what everyone expects is me to kill her, and I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna make a hard choice because I already did the hard choice, which is should I just kill her or should I just slice this pentagram thing
Price to
open?
pay is she's going to, whenever you cut her, she will
Hmm.
react and grab onto you, and you'll get hurt.
That seems reasonable.
Okay.
I do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So so you cut a little deeper than you meant to.
Yeah.
And she
Just not a fan of the labyrinth.
He did have her hands behind her back, but then all of a sudden they are in your shoulder and her like nails are digging into you.
Ah!
Yeah.
Damn it.
And you take one harm.
That ow.
Oh, one harm. Yeah. And then Kenny's just on the floor going,
I could have rolled better.
You know, I don't have any symbols or anything you need to destroy.
So with that, I really genuinely do want to be trying to gather.
Kenny's probably still so much worse.
Some kind of bandages or something from somewhere. If I could like do some kind of roll or something to try to find something.
Fuck. Can I try to do magic to stop Kenny's bleeding?
Yes, but let me go to Adam real quick.
Okay.
So you're
Kenny's
running...
screaming and I just can't handle it.
It's just so annoying.
You're running around the kitchen, opening things, looking for stuff. And you open the cabinet that has the Werthers that Misty tried to put some of them back. They fell back out. And you find like gauze, you find bandages to help him. You also I'm gonna say you open the refrigerator and you find blood in there.
Just like bags of it.
Yeah.
Or like a Tupperwares.
No, it's
mainly blood. It's just all made of blood.
It's just meat in there. No. And
so there's no like carrots or celery or like, meat. It's literally nothing inside this fridge except for blood
some dead
bags.
rabbits.
There's
and dead
What do you
rabbits.
feed the rabbits? Meat?
Rabbit pellets.
Yeah.
There's rabbit
Just give them
food.
some carrots. It's not that expensive.
But you can't feed them carrots all the time. It's not good for them.
That's true.
It's like, yeah, just get
Anyway.
rabbit food.
Yeah. So.
The more you know.
You're going to go help Kenny now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Shadow. You want to try and heal Kenny?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, ah! Then when she pulls her claws out of me,
She does.
it's like a cat running across my chest in the middle of the night or something. I'm gonna just be like, okay, stop screaming, stop. And I'm gonna like hold my hand out and try to, I know I'm not strong enough to like heal this 100%. Like he didn't just get his chest cut off, but
Yeah.
I feel like I could stop the bleeding or like make it like do something.
Make it
you know?
less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay. Roll to
do
use
magic. Cool. Let's see what happens. That's my best category, and I don't do it that much.
I think you get a +1 throughout this entire.
That's really fucking good. A 15, because I rolled
Holy
a 12.
Holy
Plus 3.
shit! Awesome. Do you want to heal him all the way?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, stop! And try to heal his chest
Okay.
entirely.
Yeah, it heals almost perfectly. Like, you don't even see scars from where Filbert took it off. Filbert, you walk back in and Kenny looks fine.
I've got like fucking gauze and some God, what's that shit in the brown bottle?
Iodine?
Hydrogen peroxide? Oh,
yeah,
hydrogen
yeah,
peroxide.
right. Yeah, I got all that shit, and I'm just like
Also
barely
Al.
holding it all,
Yeah.
and I'm like, God damn it, Shat! Why didn't you do that before you? Whatever.
And also, I have my necklace, which is like a triangle, but it's made of obsidian that's so thin, light can barely pass through it. And that's like glowing and shit. Like I have always imagined that as some sort of artifact. And I know this is giving me a weakness because you could take it away, I guess. But like, I've always imagined that as kind of being like a thing that lets him do magic. Like he's not Misty. He's not naturally capable.
Yeah.
It's knowledge that has given him these abilities. So I think like he has some sort of artifact that's also enhancing
You're a wizard,
the abilities.
she's a sorcerer. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Delilah's like, thank you. Now to go deal with that fuckhead. And she starts walking out of the oubliette.
Yeah, let's get Jeff.
Not that one.
The other one.
Jeff?
Oh.
Wait,
are you gonna help us kill Jeff? I mean, that'd be really helpful later, probably. Just saying.
We'll talk about it. I don't know how much help I will be against him.
Right.
He's...
You got a cell phone or Reddit or Discord or something?
Silas knows how to get a
Twitter.
hold of people like me.
Okay.
And you see her eyes start to glow red as she turns around to walk out.
Of the oubliette that no one can
Yes.
escape?
Fuck. She's like, God damn it.
I think I can let people out. And I go and I
Is it
try
only
to.
Silas?
I think so.
So we're all stuck in the oubliette.
Brother Daniel, if you'll just hold on for a second. Someone can come, get me.
He pays for ADT security.
Well, you did mention earlier that you would let them out, but advised that perhaps they shouldn't.
Right, but
Yeah.
he actually has to actually let them out,
Has to
right? It's
physically
like a
open
physical
it?
thing, yeah. Is it not?
It's like a magical force, not the door. So if a person's screaming because their chest has been cut open, he can hear this, right?
Not the door shut.
Also, how have we been able to go in and out to get
I
this?
did leave. I did leave.
That's the thing. I think it's he hasn't specifically said that the two can get out. You guys, on the other hand, have been like
Gotcha.
almost like how vampires are invited in,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
that could make sense. Where it's just those two can't come out because
Yeah,
Silas
you
has
have
not
my
granted
express.
them.
You two have my
Yes.
express permission to go in and out of there.
And they were not because he wasn't sure what would happen if they did get out. And they were forcefully put in there. It wasn't like a go on in.
All right,
Well,
Shadow, let's
in
go
that- in that
help
case-
them.
All right, look, you
In that
just
case.
stay here. You're not bleeding to death anymore.
Right.
Scars are gone, so you're welcome. We're gonna go.
Really
So if you guys are going to come out the front door, Silas is going to take that as some sort of signal that shit's about to go down, and then like raise his hands to the sky and go, "In the name of God, Brother Kenny and Sister Delilah, make yourselves known from whatever crevice thou hast secreted thyself in.
Make yourselves known.
Okay.
Appear before us and testify."
Okay, so as you say this, I'm guessing you're oubliette just
I am
moves you.
granting permission for them to leave. Yeah.
There we
and,
go.
And she definitely comes out. Kenny's a little bit slower just because he's like,
Because he's got his chest missing.
no, his chest is healed, but it's tender.
Would be.
But Delilah does come out and she looks pissed and kind of angry. Well, and kind of demonic is what I meant to say.
Pissed and angry. Damn.
Yeah, pissed and angry. And she
Look.
starts.
Sorry, you can't go first.
No, you're fine. And she starts walking forward, and the crowd's like backing away because she's very intimidating looking.
How many people are here?
There's like 20.
Okay, you said crowd, and that made me worried. It's more than a mob. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
seems like a lot.
Yeah,
I was just making sure it wasn't like thousands of people or something.
no, not all of Louisville is here to get you
Yeah.
guys.
We're here.
No, there's
There's 18 million of us. We're gonna fucking
We're gonna fuck
kill
you
y'all.
up.
The whole state's here.
Oh my God! Could you
Silas Lancaster, we heard you're this bastard. We come to fuck you up. All 18 million of us.
It's time to clean out this state.
But
Well, it seems like most of the riffraff are already here. Let's just deal with it.
yeah, the crowd is backing away because they are.
Sister Delilah testifies to the wickedness of Brother Daniel. Look at what he's done to this woman.
Oh, he's gonna know what I can do to him. As she keeps walking forward.
This is the
What
part
is
where
the-
you run away.
What is the crowd doing?
They look really scared. Like they have their guns out, but they're hesitant to use it on her because they know her as Daniel's wife, and she still looks like it, even if she's eyes glowing, demon looking.
Silas is gonna try and use magic to glamour her to make her look angelic and like a figure of divine righteous indignation rather than infernal vengeance.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Roll magic. Remember that you guys still have luck. I know that you probably don't want to use it.
I think I've only used one luck the whole series.
That is an 8.
So when using magic and you roll a 7+, going down, it works imperfectly.
Thank
you.
Wait, what? How do you say that?
Imperfectly. Jesus.
I don't know. I quite like
weird.
imperfectly.
Yeah, it
Thank you
seems
for the follow,
right,
by the
but
way.
yeah, imperfectly. But that seems
Yeah.
right in any other case.
Imperfectly.
Jesus, stop it. I'm not an English
Love you.
Effect off.
Choose your effect and a glitch. The keeper will decide what the effect the glitch has. So I would say that it still works, but it kind of seems to like shift between like the light and the dark. Like she has maybe both sides of her. If you're okay with that, or would you like a different kind of glitch?
No, I think that's probably fair enough. It will
It'll terrify
help.
you more.
It'll
She's
help, yeah.
She's advancing on him.
Oh,
Daniel.
100%. And it's kind of a slow walk though.
I think we can work with that anyway.
There may be another pair of wings appearing and advancing from the other
Sister
direction.
Leslie!
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Look, people, upon the visage of the divine, as the good overtakes the evil implanted in Sister Delilah by Brother Daniel and his corruption.
Silas, roll manipulate somebody, add +2 because of Laseth and Delilah.
That's a 9 plus my 2 for charm is 11 plus another 2 is 13.
Yes.
That's
So-
convincing.
Yes. So they are dropping their weapons, backing away, and then like some of them are running because this is not what they expected. At all.
Questioning their entire bloody religion and worldview.
Yeah. So as you, there's a lot of them that have fallen to the ground, cowering. There's some that are running, and a lot of them are like bowing, kind of like worshiping the two of them. And Daniel is frightened, close to like pissing his pants, frightened.
Good.
You know what might help push him over the edge?
Oh.
A flaming holy sword.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to draw that too.
Okay, so you draw that, and he falls backwards. He's like, "No, I did. I need to get back into his voice. I didn't mean to do it." And she pounces on him. And
oh no!
Did we lose our keeper?
No!
At the
Oh,
climax? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, she's back.
I'm
She's
here.
back.
Oh, thank God.
Cool.
I
Jeez.
realized that as I was trying to wrap this up, everybody was frozen, and I was like, "It's because my internet's gone."
Oh, man, you scared me,
What was the
yeah.
last thing you said?
You pounce on him. Delilah pounces
Yes.
on him.
Delilah pounces on him, and it is a awful, disgusting mess of her just ripping into him.
Well, and to quote Deuteronomy, vengeance is mine. And retribution in due time, their foot will slip as his foot has indeed slipped, for the day of their calamity is near,
So
and the
Delilah's-
impending things
Delilah
hastening
stands up and
upon
goes,
them.
"Listen, hey, can you like stop? Because I've heard all of that enough."
I'm trying to sell it for the oafs as they flee.
It's fine.
I don't want them to come back to my house.
I don't think they will.
He's
Begone! The light of revelation is not to be seen by the likes of you.
Silas.
After a while, they're gone, and she's like
Good.
rubbing the blood off of herself. She's like,
Well, I suppose that was effective.
It worked. It bloody worked.
"Thank you for helping.
You're welcome.
Don't come after me with a sword ever again."
Well, don't give us a reason to, and it'll
The
be
sword
fine.
was not for you.
Oh no,
But
no!
I'll put it away.
Not you.
That was Shadow.
I did just watch your friend skin Kenny, and then
that was not.
Oh,
That was
Silas
not
is
what we
running back inside
discussed.
the house.
yes,
Kenny!
very terrible. Kenny is fine. Kenny is fine. There was magic involved. He's fine. Probably traumatized. Might need emotional support.
I'm so happy.
She looks at all of you and goes, "Bye," and just turns into black smoke and disappears.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
So what are you
Well.
guys doing? You're running into sea.
Is there a pile of blood and mess in the
Ooh.
yard?
Yes. Oh my god, yes. Also, the ornate cross is still there.
Oh, I will remove that from him.
Okay.
And it's going to go into my extra dimensional space,
Okay, yeah.
my pocket.
Okay.
Perhaps
Ew.
our Shadow and Misty might do something to tidy this.
Are you asking us to do prestidigitation?
Got it on fire.
I mean, I was hoping that some sort of magic could remove the body,
Well,
hide any traces of it, perhaps just pile more dirt upon it and make it into the yard. I don't.
You'd burn it.
I was gonna say probably
Or try
the
to
best
burn it.
option. Probably the best option is a very fast, very hot fire.
I want to say
Kill
that
it.
you guys can
Fire.
just do that because you are magic users and
Mhm.
fire.
We could petrify him and make him into a statue. We can have him in
No,
my
you
garden.
can't. You actually cannot. There is almost nothing left of him.
Oh well.
Delilah was pissed.
Yes. All right. So yeah, we'll.
I do
we'll
have a sausage
that.
machine out back.
Oh, not again.
We'll get that.
Taken care of.
Yeah, we'll set fire to it. Magical fire burns hot. We can, immolate the body, spread the
Magical
ashes.
fire burn hot.
So, does anybody have anything else before I do a little epilogue thing for Shadow?
I think I'm-
Praise him.
No. Shadow, you return home. It's been quite a night. And as you get home, you notice that your door's open.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Right after this?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think he would absolutely have his sword fully drawn
Yeah.
and start
the
to
lights-
walk inside slowly.
The lights are completely out. There's nothing. No one. None of the lights are on, so you can't really see a lot. You see shadows from the lights that are coming from the outside and everything, but it's the normal of your house until you walk into the dining room.
So, if I try to turn on the lights, what would
They come
happen?
on. You can.
Oh,
turn them on.
okay.
Yeah, they're not off. They're not like burnout or anything like that. You have power.
Then I'll. Yeah, I mean, when he
Start
walks
just
in, I think you turn it on,
Okay. Yeah.
and then literally be walking into his house with a sword drawn,
Yeah.
and then go in the dining room.
Yeah. You see your father sitting there,
Okay.
and he's just looking at you.
Well, you couldn't shut the door. Well, the AC's going out. You know I pay for this place, right?
It's more dramatic if you came home to an open door.
Yeah, well, I just cut off a lady's chest and we killed a demon or something, so I don't know if dramatic's what I need.
You'll have to tell me about all of your adventures.
Yeah, how do you think I pay for this place? I don't even have a job.
I'm sure. Your mother? I don't know.
What are you doing here? We've been trying to get in contact with you for, I don't know, about a year now.
Well, I'm here because I'm needed here.
I don't even know what that means.
We always go where we're needed.
Gandalf.
All right, well, what are you doing? How long have you even been here?
Hey, I just got here not that long ago.
I still have a phone. Mom still pays for it.
I don't have a phone right now.
All right, well, what's going on?
That's where we're gonna end this.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart.
I will.
And then I
Tell
answer
me
my
why
phone. That's the ringtone.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
It's my dad's ringtone.
No.
I never wanted
There was not as much Backstreet Boys as I thought there would be.
Okay, hold on. What did Adam just say?
I said there wasn't as much Backstreet Boys as I had hoped there to be.
Well, yeah,
tonight.
that's because you guys were done being the Backstreet Boys
Yeah,
and
that's
starting
true.
up Epsilon.
I had the fucking Wikipedia page pulled up for my dude and everything.
Of course
and I was
you
studying.
did.
He's fucking
did.
about to be 50 years old next year.
Yes, I know. He's an old man.
All right,
That's nuts.
Filbert did one thing.
Yeah.
Filbert said nothing,
Yeah.
did nothing,
That's
showed
because-
up, cut off
Mutilated
his
one of my
chest,
friends.
Tried to heal him, but
Completely
Shadow
cut
had
it
already
off.
healed
and
him.
just left.
You also.
I fucked up tonight.
It was like fucking Ramsay Snow in Game of Thrones, just cutting bits off him.
He did look things
Bolton,
up. He
Ramsay.
got some questions out there, guys.
He did. He did. He got his answers.
Misty and Lace had got the better questions and answers than
It's
than
fine.
Filbert did.
So because we have to wrap up for Tiana.
Yes, Tiana, not Tanya. Tiana.
Yeah, Adam. Jesus. Let's
To be fair,
I know
to be fair,
names.
there's only one letter difference.
Yeah.
So-
Just want to thank everybody for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank
if you
you.
like what we're doing, please consider becoming a patron, where we will have fun B-roll that happened at the beginning of this episode before.
Yeah.
Tiana, you go ahead and plug your stuff.
And plug my stuff.
Plug
Hi,
your
I'm
stuff.
Tiana. I play Misty here. I'm on Twitter as Vanna1895. I'm most commonly found over at Quest and Chaos. That is twitch.tv/Quest and Chaos. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We play Call of Cthulhu. Board games are coming back because we're getting back in studio very soon, which
Hell
I'm
yeah.
very excited about. And we are also working on the Redacted Reports, a Delta Green actual play podcast where I do a lot of the editing to make it smoother and fun and tight and add music and sound effects because I'm insane. Or, I drive other people insane singing about Dagon and shit like that. It's great.
We'll go down to Garundu. What's up, buddy?
Hello. Not a lot really. It's just middle of the night. Yeah. How about you?
You two are
I'm
adorable.
I'm Gerundu. You can find me most often rummaging around in the bins looking for something to eat. But you can also find me all over the Majestic Goose Network on Shitty Cowboys, Jambalaya Pendergrass on stream, and dropping on PAL feeds on Wednesdays. Usually, we've missed an episode because we due to movement and things on Adam's part, but
I've got my
we
computer
also
set up
do.
now.
We also have video on demand of us playing Red Dead Online on the YouTube for Shitty Cowboys. Obviously, I'm Silas Lancaster in Roll for Weird. What else do I do? NBA isn't on right now, but I'm also Flex Gristle live on Monday nights from the Modus Bloodsport Arena. And of course, I am co-host of Dice Talk with Jeremy, which is also on summer break, but we'll be coming back August or September, I think. I'll let Jeremy fill you in on the details for that. But yeah, you can find me all over Majestic Goose Network, on pods, on here, on Twitch, on YouTube. I won't shut up ever. And if you want to stop me, you'll have to murder me first. And you don't know where I live, so good luck with that.
I think you're muted, Dragonbait.
It's fine. I was vaguely threatening Grundu.
The vague threats, those are the fun ones.
You've got to be more explicit, otherwise I just won't pay attention.
We'll go over to Jeremy.
All right, I'm Jeremy, and you can find me at Tabletop Jeremy on Twitter, or as Drundu mentioned, at Dice Talk. We are currently on a summer break, so the last episode we released is like nearly 3 hours long. And not only do we talk about Abide Asteria, but we play through Abide Asteria as well. So check that out as they are sponsoring this episode of Roll for Weird. On top of that, you can also find me at Eclipse. Eclipse is a D&D sci-fi fantasy podcast, and that's been going really good. The last few episodes are pretty stressful and pretty high tension. So once you hang in there 4 or 5 episodes and things get real pretty quick. We're still doing that, but yeah, Dice Talk's on a break at the moment. We'll come back. I don't think it'll be quite all the way to August, probably end of July, maybe the first week of August at the latest, but we'll be back with that pretty soon. And other than that, you can just find me right here on the Majestic Goose Network doing different streams and things like that. Yeah.
Alrighty, Danny.
Hi, I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Danielle Lenoir. And you can find me here playing Lyseth, of course, on Roll for Weird, and playing Gwyn Vandermeer on Doom Clock, which is coming up again soon. And also hanging out with DB making stuff on That's Pretty Crafty. We've got our next episode this coming week on Tuesday.
What are we doing?
We're making keychains out of Shrinky Dinks. And our theme is phone games.
Yeah.
I need to get Shrinky Dinks. You're right.
And there will be art on the Discord.
Oh, good. Thank you.
So.
I'm dumb. Were you done? I'm so sorry.
That was it. Yeah. That was it.
Okay. Adam.
Yeah. The main bullet points are obviously to check out the newest shows. Lore and Pour, which is like a drunk history meets D&D lore. It's very fun. We have a different guest every week, and just get drunk and talk about D&D lore, and whatever the guest says goes. They are the absolute expert in the field. And then Doom Clock is a Shiver TTRPG stream, monthly stream, bi-weekly podcast. A very fun time traveling system and show that very excited for. June 4th, I think, is the first Friday of the month for the first official stream, which it will always be the first Friday of the month. And yeah, Dragonbait mentioned to support us on Patreon. That Patreon pretty much goes straight into paying our streamers for doing their amazing content that they are very, very deservedly.
Thank God.
Very deservedly of
for
getting
your generous tithes,
getting paid for their extraordinary efforts and entertainment for everybody watching. So if you watch any of these streams and you want to give back to the streamers that are part of those Roll for Weird, That's Pretty Crafty, Shitty Cowboys, whatever kind of streams you enjoy watching, consider being a patron. Even $1 a month goes a long way. That is patreon.com/majesticgoose. And you get a lot of really cool bonus content too. Like apparently my headphones went out earlier tonight while I was unlocking a door upstairs. But apparently I came back and I heard somebody mentioning that's going to be a lot of really good Patreon content. So I haven't even heard it yet. So if you want to hear it, consider signing up for even $1. It'll be a lot of fun, I guess. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet.
Isn't that episode we started and then had to like stop about 90
Oh.
minutes in?
I don't think that's
I
yet
don't think that's
on
on there
Patreon.
yet, no.
It should be.
Because we used to have
Look forward to that. Sign
Yeah.
up for that. Because
We used to
holy
have
shit.
a Roll for Weird Patreon, and now we've kind of merged it into the Majestic
Yeah,
Goose
just
Patreon.
It just made
Condensed it all
sense.
together.
It does.
Yeah.
So, so stay tuned for that. We can put that out there too, and you'll get a pretty much a bonus episode.
I'm gonna have to figure out where that is, and I will get that together. I am your keeper, Dragonbait. You can find me over at the Nerd Asylum. We are actually wrapping up for our seasons in June for all of our shows, and new seasons will come out in July. I am here as your keeper and as the other half of That's Pretty Crafty. We have a blog that you should check out. We have an Instagram that you should check out as well. I'm also on the podcast 20-Sided Adventures, where I play a runaway princess. Yeah, you can. I'm slowly trying to take over, slowly but surely. But we gotta get out of here because Tiana has another game to get
Bam!
to.
Made it with 3.5 minutes to spare. We killed it again.
The record.
Crushed it.
I am impressed.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next month on the third Friday. Looks like it's going to be a one-shot, though.
Yes. Oh, very
So pay
well.
up and piss off.
It very well may be me running that one shot because I don't think the rest of us are going to be putting up with silence of shit anytime soon.
I would put up with Silas's shit, but yeah.
So I think our next stream will then be Tuesday. That's Pretty Crafty.
Yep.
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 Uh-huh.
Bye, everybody.
We all agree.
I don't know what's happening.
Good night.